Spurs lose 4-1 to Chelsea. Was this Spurs being Spursy, or was it an unfortunate match for them and a little blip in their road to the title or a title challenge? Now, I just wanted to speak on this. First of all, let me get my Arsenal bias out the way. You lost. You only had one day unbeaten, being the only team. Anyway, let's go back to being unbiased. Do I think Spurs were Spursy yesterday? I don't think Spurs were Spursy yesterday, if I'm being honest. I think Romero and Udogie were a bit Spursy. I think Romero, what is he thinking? He's too rash. For me, he's a player that needs to be upgraded in Spurs. He's a sort of player that maybe he could be a squad player for Spurs 100%. The quality is there, but if you want to be winning a league, if you want to be battling for a title, if you want to be winning a title, winning a Champions League, you can't have a player that can put something out there like that. He reminds me very much of David Luiz. When Arsenal had David Luiz, there were so many games where he was playing quality and then something would happen. He gets sent off. He puts you to 10 men. You're on the back foot now, and then you lose the game or draw the game. Udogie, a bit less. Udogie's young, 20 years old. He should have been sent off, in my opinion, for the first tackle. How that's not red card, 2-footed in, I don't know. But he got a second chance and then got a second yellow and got sent off. But he's young. He's 20 years old. You iron that sort of stuff out. It's sometimes a bit more nerves. I see it happen in the Arsenal game. It seems to happen in a bit more in these big games with him, like these big London derbies. And I'm not talking about the team they're playing. I'm talking about the atmosphere, the everything that's going on. So that's something that I don't think he'll have a problem with in the future. But Spurs also got 2 injuries in the game. Obviously, Donny van de Ven had to come off. Huge loss for Tottenham, in my opinion. I think he is one of the key losses that Tottenham could have. Like that, I think he's probably the most. Him and Maddison are probably the 2 most irreplaceable players in the team. Like Son's good. Son's a top quality player, probably one of the better players in the team, of course, but I just think if you don't have him and you put a Brennan Johnson up top, or you put a certain other player up top, maybe you can make something work. But I think Donny van de Ven for them, for Spurs, he's just something else. He's a great player. I like him as a player. I don't like they play for Spurs, if I'm being honest. But listen, he's a quality player, and I think the way they play, he allows him being the quality and the speed and having the pace he has, allows Spurs to play how they play. I think they're going to really find it hard with him missing. And listen, if it's a bad hamstring, that could be 3 months. It could be anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months. But the way he come off, the way he screamed, and that, it don't sound like a good one. And then obviously Maddison also come off injured, but his was more precautionary by the looks of it. He got a knock on his ankle, and it's probably an ongoing little issue, so they took him off. Spurs, after that, were in the game. They were in the game. Even though there were 9 men, they were in the game. It was still 1-1. They concede a goal. They're still playing the high line. It was wild for Ange Postecoglou to carry on playing the high line for me. I couldn't understand it. Spurs fans seem to love it. Me personally, I don't think that was a great tactic. I would have probably said, if it was me and it was Arsenal, I would probably be saying, get every man behind the ball. Try and get a draw out of this game. We've gone to 9 men, like Liverpool done to Spurs. Try and get a draw out of the game. Maybe, you never know, you can catch them on a count or something like that. That's what I would have gone for. But that, I'm not a manager, and I'm not a fucking, I don't know jack shit about managing, so maybe I'm wrong. But listen, Spurs then score to make it 2-2, and it was offside by Eric Dyer. Great goal, by the way. And then obviously late game, Jackson scoring another 2 makes it 4-1. So Spurs are now no longer unbeaten. They no longer sit top of the Premier League. And it was a madness, because it's a game where they've gone from having it all to having a lot missing now. Going forward, their defense seems like it's in shambles because for the next 3 games at least, they've not got either starting centre back, which has been quite a good unit this season. Van der Ven might be even longer. It will probably be even longer. But obviously Romero, after the 3-match ban, he'll be back. But right now it looks like they'll be playing Eric Dyer and Højlund, Højberg in centre back. But they do also have that youngster that they signed that was quite a big talent. Maybe it's the time to say, step up. You've got a chance. You never know. I would probably go for that if I was Ange. I'd probably say, you never know. Look at someone like William Saliba. He's a young player. He plays well above his years. You don't know. This guy might play well above his years. But I haven't personally seen him play. I'm just going off what I've read and stuff like that. Ange got booked, obviously, for arguing with the referees. People want to say it was just because he stepped out of his technical area. That's not true. Managers are always outside the technical area. They don't get booked. It's for arguing with the ref. And then to follow it by people saying it's classy what he said about the refs, but then he's bad-mouthing other managers in the Premier League like Arteta and that. I don't think that is classy. I think that was a bit Spursy of him, if I have to say. But listen, do I think Spurs were Spursy last night against Chelsea? My answer is no. I don't think that was a Spursy performance. I think there was Spursy individuals. I think there was individuals that let the team down. But as a whole, I don't think it was Spursy. I don't even think as 4-1, they got ransacked the way a 4-1 would look. Chelsea weren't great at all. But we now see how Spurs will be going forward in the next few games, the next run of games. They've got a tough 3 games. It's a bad 3 games to be missing. Not the worst 3 games to be missing the players, but they've got Wolves, Aston Villa, and Man City. Obviously, Man City is what it is. We all know how good they are. Aston Villa's been quality, and Wolves have been pretty decent. So it's not like having a Luton, Burnley, Sheffield, or Luton, Burnley, Bournemouth, or something like that. This is a little something, but then it's not like having Liverpool, Chelsea, City. So we'll see where Spurs go from there. You never know. They could shock everyone and continue on that thing, continue on that grind. I remember last season when Arsenal lost to Man United, a lot of people thought that was the fall off, and then straight from there we went on another long run. So you never know. But the injuries and the suspensions could be a key factor in Spurs this season. I do still think Spurs will get top 4, but as I say, their depth is not there. That's the one problem Spurs have, and Spurs fans know that. Hence why a lot of Spurs fans don't think they're going to ever be in the title race because of that reason. But listen, we'll have to wait and see. As I say, fair play Spurs this season. They've been a decent outfit. I can't lie. They've shocked me. I give my banter to my mates and I sit there and I say, oh, Spurs, like they've not been as good. They've beaten crappy teams and this and that. But we all know Spurs have been quality this season. They've been one of the best. I don't know if I'd say they've been the best in the league. I don't think they've been better than Man City, to be honest. But they've been one of them. They've been better than Arsenal, playing-wise, 100%. I know we're right neck and neck in the league, but for quality of performances-wise, Spurs have been better. So listen, who knows? This looks like an interesting season because it looks like you've got 4 teams right now that could be battling for the league. And let's hope that it is like that, I don't want Tottenham to win the league. That ain't me being biased or anything. I don't want Tottenham winning the league. You got to support a team. I don't want anyone but Arsenal winning the league, but especially not Spurs. But listen, I just want entertaining football, and I just want a league that's not a farmers league with the same team winning year in, year out. So at the end of the day, a battle with more teams battling to win the league is better for me. Listen, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment below what you think about what I've said and what you think about Spurs. Were Spursy last night? What do you guys think? Let me know below. Unbiased Sports. Peace.